stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need pre-wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
Another non-white clamshell VHS. This is another tape from the Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventures, just a couple of episodes from the old weekly series that used to be on TV. I think that's the story. I reviewed Volume 2 a year or so ago, and here we have Volume 1, Whale of a Tale. Now, you might assume this was just like a lazy cash grab because there's only two 20-minute episodes on each of these tapes, but I don't know. Jodie Benson voices Ariel, and every single episode follows the same plot. They meet a new character or animal, Triton disapproves, Sebastian's caught in the middle, and then at the end the new character proves themselves worthy of Triton's love, and then we never see them again. However, if I was a little kid and I was a huge Little Mermaid fan, I would cherish these. Like, while the Little Mermaid sequels and the weird prequel were pretty solid, these shorts made for TV episodes feel pretty close to the original movie. Okay, the intro is a medley of all the hits from the original movie soundtrack. That's good stuff. Whale of a Tale. Whales frolic until a ship arrives and declares killer whales, and they fire cannons at them. A little baby whale gets separated from his family. Meanwhile, Ariel and Flounder are off exploring, and they hear the baby whale crying. A shark hears it as well, so the whale hides. There's 80s horror movie synth during this scene. Flounder finds the baby whale, and Ariel breaks into song about how it's alone. Where's your mother? Where's your father? That's not what I'd want if I was lost. Flounder gets jealous and bails, but then suddenly he's back for verse 3 of her song. I don't know. Sebastian's wandering around, and I'm sure he's going to be chill when he sees a baby whale in the palace. Ariel has made a secret home for this giant baby whale. She's like, here's your home now. And this feels more like a kidnapping. Sebastian is skeptical that they're hiding something. Could be the mysterious whale-sized thing under a blanket behind Ariel, and then the gig is up. She tells Sebastian that she can't push him away or he'll die if he's out in the wild in the ocean. Ariel's off to a spring celebration concert that I'm 100% sure the whale isn't advertently going to crash and then become the star of. Oh, and Ariel casually mentions it's been 3 months of this thing living in secrecy and fear, this poor baby animal. Sebastian sings a song, then the whale loves it and he shows up and everyone's mad that there's a whale at the party, but then it dances and everyone's like, yay, dancing whale, and then it dances too hard and it breaks the entire auditorium. Sebastian says, that's what I call bringing down the house. Triton blames Ariel and Flounder and Sebastian for breaking the palace. He says the whale can't survive on its own, then they have to teach him to be a whale and send him out on his own. They have 2 weeks to do that. Sebastian wants tough love and Ariel can't do it. Sebastian makes the whale sleep outside the castle walls one night and he mourns and rams the gates and wakes everyone up. How exactly do gates and a fence work in an underwater palace? Turns out the whale is actually an idiot and he can't learn anything. He doesn't know how to be a whale at all. So they give up and suddenly evil sharks are on top of them. They're gonna get eaten. All is lost. Flounder's gonna die. Ariel's gonna die. Sebastian's gonna die. They're all gonna get eaten by these sharks. But wait, no, it's the whale! The whale found this courage at the last second. He's kicking some serious shark. My God, this is what it means to be a whale. He breaks the sharks' backs and ties them in knots and Ariel cheers. And she's like, now my father will have to let you stay. But suddenly we hear other whale noises and it's his family. He's going home. He takes off. Weird, we don't see the family. He just runs off screen like they didn't have time or money to animate the family in this scene. Oh, never mind. We see some outlines of whales in the distance in one shot. Okay, he comes back and he says goodbye and he returns to his family. Urchin is up next. That's the name of the next segment. Oh, that weird gangster crab is back. The character is so stupid. It comes out the other side and is kind of awesome. Some characters just suck so bad you develop a weird love for them. That's this guy. The thing's name is actually Lobster Mobster. Lobster Mobster and his little henchmen have something They have to do something before Crab Louie takes over. We see a male mermaid. His name is Urchin, and he has no parents, and he's angry at the world. Lobster Mobster sees this shack, and he's like, you live here by yourself? Well, we're taking it over. Mermaid doesn't like that. Lobster Mobster panics, and he's like, I was just testing you to see if you had noive. He sings about being in the Lobster Mobster mob, and why isn't this song on every one of those Disney Music CD compilations? They rhyme slob and knob and sob with mob. This is wonderful. The first game they want to play is the new guy steals dinner. Yeah, so Urchin goes to steal supper. Urchin goes exploring and sees Ariel goofing around with Flounder. Now suddenly they're late for the Neptune ball. All the mermaids do is party, and Ariel is late to every single one of them. Urchin sneaks into the party, and he can't believe people actually live like this. There's this room full of food, and he steals like a corner of it and takes off. Flounder and Ariel see this, and they chase him. They're following a trail of like fallen underwater muffins. Ariel and Flounder spy on him, and Lobster Mobster, they're chowing down on the stolen food. Urchin sounds like Frankie from Malcolm in the Middle. Ariel confronts Urchin. She's like, you must have been hungry stealing from us. He goes, I'm always hungry. And then he gets mad at her and goes, what would you know about being hungry? And I mean, you know, again, Lobster Mobster is so stupid, he's awesome. Just the lowest hanging fruit of a character. Urchin and Ariel are like flirting now. He goes, I've never seen anything like it. She goes, what's it? And he goes, you're it, and tags her. Oh, they bond. She claims he ruined the Neptune ball. He ruined it by taking a small sack of food from a spread that took up an entire room. Okay, check your privilege there, Ariel. The real lesson in this short is about class and where you fit in, and the haves and the have-nots. He's like, I'm not apologizing, and I can't really blame him. Copy, paste. Triton says he's bad news. He doesn't want Ariel hanging around with this kid anymore. She goes back and she gets kidnapped by Lobster Mobster. They want to get ransom from the king by capturing Ariel. And this is also going to get them in good with King Louie. Urchin is back and it's conflict time. He's not sure about this kidnapping scheme. Urchin decides, no, he's bad boy for life. Lobster Mobster can't figure out what to write in the ransom note while Sebastian goes undercover and pretends he's actually Crab Louie and hatches a scheme to get Ariel back. And twist, Sebastian convinces Urchin to jump sides, and now he helps Sabs net Lobster Mobster as they rescue Ariel from the underwater jail. Lobster Mobster got away, but everyone's safe. The real Crab Louie shows up. He grabs Lobster Mobster, starts to crush him, and the sound effects is disturbing. It's like someone using one of those nut or lobster crackers on an actual lobster. Very unsettling. He saves himself by promising to show Louie where a bunch of riches and jewels are. Back at the palace, Ariel is going to bat for Urchin to her father when Crab Louie and Lobster Mobster are suddenly spotted trying to break into the royal palace and steal stuff. Urchin goes to help, and he and Ariel and Flounder risk their lives fighting Lobster Mobster and Louie and trying to tie them up with rope, and Triton just looks at Sebastian and says, well, I could blast them with my trident, but I'll let them do this themselves. Thanks, I guess. What a time for a lesson. The bad guys are bested, and Urchin says he never liked them, and Triton, with the final line of the show, just delivers an uppercut of truth that rings through my basement. He tells Urchin, hey, if you swim with sharks, you're a shark. Damn, that's good stuff. Ending this one on an unexpected high note. Also, where's Eric?
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance